Weather make the going even tougher this weekend. Here's Mike Caplan now with the AccuWeather Outlook. Mike?
Well, I'll tell you what, Miriam, certainly this evening we're going to have to deal with some rain and even some thunder showers. Let me show you right now the radar picture, and we'll see there have been some heavy showers moving through the Sandhills and the Triangle, but right now most of the action is shifting off to our east. But in its wake, we're going to be left with some fog to deal with. Now, if you're going anywhere around the country tomorrow, here's what it looks like in the southeast. I'm calling it a turkey. Showers and thunderstorms. Snow if you're going to places like Detroit, Milwaukee. It'll be off and on out there. Once you get out into the plain states, after all the snow they had earlier this week, conditions should be improving. They should have a lot of sunshine. If you're going to Florida, that looks pretty fine. Northeast, lots of rain out there and some fog. Done a little checking on some of the airport troubles for the evening time now. These are the airports to watch. I don't have anything specific such as how long the delays are, but certainly if you are flying in and out of Atlanta, Chicago, New York City, or Washington, D.C., expect some kind of delays, and the best advice I can give anybody who is going to be traveling by air is to phone ahead first. The worst travel for anybody who's flying out west will be places like Omaha and Des Moines. Terrible, nasty snowstorm out there, but fortunately not a lot of folks will be heading out there from here.
All right, we're going to take a look at that a little later on. Looks like we don't have the only turkey anyhow.
Not at all.
Thanks, Mike.
Now, most of the areas Mike just described are, of course, beyond driving distance, at least comfortable driving distance, which brings us to the subject again of air travel. Making your way through the concourses of the nation's airports this weekend will, well, surely test your patience. Folks, it is going to be crowded. WTVD's Lonnie Levitt has positioned herself at Raleigh-Durham International Airport, and from that vantage point, she's been monitoring the comings and goings of the masses. She joins us live with the air travel story. Lonnie?
Well, George, we're starting to see a steady stream of traffic. We're starting to see the travelers lining up in their cars as they all try to get inside and get their tickets and their bags checked and get on their planes. Of course, the rain isn't making it any easier for this busy day of travel, but there's a lot of people coming through the airport, joining the masses and those trying to make it home for the holidays.
I was wondering if I can have a boarding pass for each one of those. Sure. 22. All right, thanks very much.
Forget shopping on the day after Thanksgiving. If you want crowds, you'll find them here at the airport.
We just showed up early to make sure we get a seat and get here on time and get something to eat.
For the frazzled traveler, the North Carolina Academic Chorale provided soothing music as they wait for their plane to take them to Vienna to perform.
I checked so many people. So far, at least about 2,000 people so far has come in to fly. And the American side, too, it's just been hectic out here today.
You make a lot of money?
I don't want to say I'm making a lot of money. I'm helping a lot of people.
Economists say since consumer confidence is up, expect the number of travelers to be up. Here at RDU, a human jam is expected as about 22,000 people board planes on this Thanksgiving Eve. Now, in spite of the crowds, things do seem to be running quite smoothly out here. There have been very few delays, we've been told. Most of the planes are taking off and arriving on schedule. But that all could change if the weather takes a turn for the worst. So we're cautioning you to keep an eye on the weather. And if things get nasty, then we could see some delays out here. Back to you, George and Miriam.
All right. Thanks, Lonnie. Well, this day before Thanksgiving finds Hillsborough residents and others rallying around the victims of Monday's tornado.
And no place is that more evident than at Fairview Baptist Church. People dropped by the church today with just about everything you might imagine. This room soon looked more like a supply depot than a church basement. Stacks of canned goods and other items lined the walls, and there were countless stories of goodwill to be told.
We ran out of bottled water late yesterday afternoon. We were taking it into the community. And so we got on the phone and somebody heard about it, and somebody from Raleigh brought us a tractor-trailer load of 100,000 jugs. And then somebody else found out about that, and they brought a tanker here, and they're filling it up for us with water, so we've got all the water we need now.
Volunteers will serve Thanksgiving dinner at the church tomorrow afternoon, and much of the food gathered here will be distributed to those in need around the community. Perhaps what the people of Hillsborough need now is also time to heal. Funerals were held this afternoon for their two neighbors who died in Monday's storm. We'll have that story coming up at 6.
Just before noon today, a second suspect in the Bull City's latest murder turned himself into the police. 16-year-old Christopher Donnell Carthen has been charged with the murder of Shirlene Stoudemire. Last night, officers arrested 17-year-old Trevion Fisher as he ordered a pizza. Now, he, too, is charged in the murder. Stoudemire's bloody body was found Monday behind a tavern in Durham. Police say she was stabbed in the neck and face with a broken bottle and that her head had been crushed with a cinder block. The pictures we're about to show you are real. They were taken by an automatic camera during a terrifying armed robbery at the Comfort Inn in Kings Mountain last night. Two men entered the motel shortly before 8 last night and put a gun to the head of the clerk. Then they demanded all the money.
Hurry up. Hurry up. What I say?
What I say? Taking out the money?
Hell yeah, hurry up. Bust it. Bust it out there and bust it down. You want that? Hurry up, one.
Now, after the men got the money, they walked out of the store. No arrests have been made. Kings Mountain authorities are hoping somebody will recognize the culprits from this videotape and contact authorities.
Massachusetts Senator Paul Tsongas is battling cancer again. Doctors have found a growth in his stomach, but they say it is treatable. Tsongas, who dropped out of the field of Democratic presidential contenders last spring, had cancer of the lymph nodes in the early 1980s. This time around, his doctors say he will probably undergo radiation therapy. Tsongas plans a news conference to talk about his health Monday. It's goodbye to politics for now for Georgia Senator Weish Fowler. The Democrat was defeated yesterday in a rare general election runoff by Republican Paul Coverdell, who says voters were driven by change. Fowler had served only one term in the Senate. He lost despite last-minute campaigning on his behalf by President-elect Bill Clinton. Coming up next, Mike Caplan with more on your holiday travel outlook.
That's right. Andrew and I have been talking here. A lot of folks driving home, flying home, and they all want to know.
Will Thanksgiving weather be foul? Stay tuned in a minute.
And we'll show you how parts of the country are already having trouble with travel, thanks to Mother Nature. Stick around.
Wednesday only, 12 hours only. It's Circuit City's 12 hours sin. Save on audio, save on camcorders. Plicus Magnavox 8mm, $499.97. Plicus Magnavox 8mm, $499.97. Wednesday only, 10 to 10 only. It's Circuit City's 12 hours sale.
On the winning team. I'll see you there.
Don't miss the after Thanksgiving sale at Belk.
Take a good look at Lincoln Mercury.
Before we bought our Mercury Sable, we did plenty of shopping. And what we found with Sable was more room and trunk space than in Accord or Camry, available anti-lock brakes, and something most cars just don't offer, dual airbags, standard. We looked, we liked, we own a Sable.
Take a good look, we've got your new car ready. Take a good look at Lincoln Mercury.
We've already shown you what part of Interstate 40 looks like in our state tonight.
But it's nothing like another section of that interstate looked yesterday in another state. Several inches of snow created much havoc in the Texas Panhandle, just west of Amarillo. Among the accidents blamed on the storm system moving through the Midwest is this massive pileup that involved an incredible 200 vehicles. Luckily, no deaths in that one. Well, let's see how lucky we're going to get, or not, weather-wise this holiday weekend.
Mike Caplan is in the Weather Center along with the junior forecaster who's already scored some points with our producer for his brevity, Mike.
That's right. We're trying to save time, have so many things to talk about, George and Miriam. Andrew Rogers is here. He comes from Raleigh. And tell us where you go to school, Andrew.
Pleasant Union Elementary.
And what grade are you in over there?
5th grade.
And you like math, don't you?
Yeah, well, it's my best subject.
It's your best subject. What do you think you're going to be when you grow up?
Air Force officer.
An Air Force officer. Yeah, your dad was in the Air Force. In fact, he was in Saudi Arabia, wasn't he, in a Desert Storm?
Yeah, for 6 months.
I bet your whole family is proud of him, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, earlier this afternoon, Andrew came in. He was very helpful as we got our weather maps together. Of course, we've had to deal with a lot of nasty stuff today. We've had heavy rain in the area. I think we have, there you see Andrew helping me. I was showing him how to use our weather computers. Yeah. But fortunately, we've had no reports of any severe weather. But in a couple seconds, we're going to let Andrew take a shot at delivering hometown AccuWeather. Sound like a good deal?
Yeah.
All right, let's check out the current conditions. We've had some light rain coming down at RDU in the past hour after some heavier showers earlier. 57 is the current temp. Humidity is high, so fog is going to be a problem tonight. Take it easy anywhere you're traveling around our area tonight because the fog will be thick. Winds are east at 6, barometer falling at 30.14. Other current temperatures around the area, Norlina 57 degrees, Cary 59, Lillington 61, and in Wilson 60. If you're wondering why we didn't make it to my forecasted high of 70 degrees, it's because the warm front that we thought was going to come through the state never got here. It is still to our south. Let's check out the 4D satellite picture behind me. We can see lots of clouds and some of those producing thunderstorms overhead. And it's going to take a while before we break out of this stuff, folks. Looks like the heavy rain, at least for the evening hours, is gone as it pushes off toward the east. Some of the heaviest showers now about to move into southern Johnston County and also near Tarboro in Edgecombe County. So at least for the next couple of hours, that's where the worst of it will be. All right, hometown AccuWeather, Andrew, do your thing.
Thunder showers down east. Thunder showers with the low of 61. Then tomorrow, thunder showers with a high of 72. Then in the Sandhills, thunder showers with a low of 60. And then tomorrow, with thunder showers and a high of 70. Then in the Triangle area, thunder showers with the low of 57. And tomorrow, thunder showers with a high of 67. And around the border area, thunder showers with the lowest 56. Then tomorrow, more thunder showers with a high of 66.
So it looks like it's going to be a wet day. Good day to just stay inside and eat some turkey, right?
Yep.
Mom going to cook some for you?
Uh-huh.
All right. So it sounds like a broken record. Thunder showers and more thunder showers. When will it all end? Find out at 6. Thank you very much, Andrew. Did a good job for me today.
Thank you, Andrew and Mike, for dampening our parade.
Sorry.
Well, here now is news George Bush could have used a few weeks ago.
Okay, let's do it. Go ahead, John.
All right, our first pet comes to us from Cumberland County. Hi, my name's Chiquita. I swing and sing like a bird. Maybe that's because I'm a pearl cockatiel. I belong to Brenda Lawler of Hope Mills. Good morning.
Pretty bird there. And get a load of Miss Kelly comes to us from Andrew Rogers and his family in Raleigh. And she's 3, obviously a black lab, and she is the great-granddaughter of a Grand Purina champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful
She
dog.
is beautiful.
Yeah, so thanks to Andrew and his family. And
we wish them a nice Valentine's Day.
Exactly. I know they are faithful viewers every morning. They talk to us quite a bit, give us weather observations. Nice family.
Hope these pets get some special treats.
Yeah, exactly. Treat your pet well on Valentine's Day. It's going to be a nice day. Not so much in terms of sunshine, but no rain, and it's going to warm up, too. Only made it to 39 yesterday, mid to upper 40s today for Valentine's Day, and 50s. Still look for 60s by Thursday, although there will be quite a bit of rain around by then, it looks like. Temperature now at